But first, let's talk about what's hot now. All right, I'm looking forward to John Edward very much, but I have to ask you guys, do you believe? Forget about him, but in terms of
really want to believe. And I've seen psychics. I even took my SiriusXM show to a seance one Halloween, and the only person that came through was, they said, a really ugly woman that's been watching after me that might be a distant relative that sits on the front porch rocking in a rocking chair.
Well, so you didn't hear what you wanted to hear then.
No, but
that doesn't mean it's not true.
I seriously want to believe, though. No, I think some people can tap in to certain things out there, but I haven't.
I 100% believe in it. I think it just, I've been to psychics where I've been like, you're crazy, like that's not. But then recently, my grandmother passed away this January, and I didn't get to communicate with her verbally. She was non-communicative at the time. And this woman really gave me closure about an experience that I had right when she passed away. And so
that nobody else could have known. Certainly not
there was only one other person in the room. It was my mother. I painted her nails red because she always had her nails painted, and she didn't when she passed away. And that broke my heart that she wasn't who she was. And this woman said, she's saying something about thanking you, and she wants to thank you for her hand or for her hands. And she's like, I'm seeing red. Oh. And it just, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it right now.
That just freaks me out. That hearing that kind of stuff, I don't want to hear that.
And that's the thing with me. I've been avoiding him all day. Listen, I don't want anything to do with it. Because the spirits and stuff, you start conjuring that stuff. I don't want any. Don't look at me. I have my eyes down. No, because I don't want to hear nothing. If you're on the other side, stay over there, please. I don't want to
You believe that there is something out here.
This is too much for me because then y'all gonna conjure some spirit. I'm telling you, I don't want to be on the other side. I'm shut down.
You're not even making eye contact. She hasn't made eye contact with anyone.
I'm so scared of the other side.
Yeah, and
because you believe in the other side. You believe in him.
And I know that people trying to get money from me and stuff like that. I don't want to talk to them.
See, I think with this, and a lot of religious people are against this, but I think this would prove that religion actually exists.
Absolutely, I agree.
I agree. Connect with these people.
And I don't think that the people you love around you, I don't think that their spirit ever goes away. I think they're watching over us and taking care of us. And sometimes they try to communicate. Oh, I do. And they try to communicate you and love you. I want my grandmother's spirit right here next to me every single day.
Every ghost is cast okay?
She could be back there painting her nails. I don't want her there.
It doesn't take a psychic to predict that the road to the White House can be a bumpy ride. But were the candidates justified in going after the moderators, or were they being rude?
Well, I think, media should be fair and impartial. And it is a debate. The word debate, we're striking discord. We're trying to spark a discussion. But I found the moderators it just was hard to watch. It was all over the place, and they were combative. Here's the difference between a debate. I felt the moderators were more combative than the candidates. They kept trying
when they become president, they're going to have to deal with stuff like this all the time.
But here's the problem. Like we're talking now, it's hard to get a word in edgewise, meaning you can't talk. And so one of the examples was they were clocking the time of each candidate. Everyone was yelling at each other.
But it seems it's easy to me to go after the moderators because they were playing to an audience that was full of conservatives like them. It's not like the CNBC folks because they're not conservative by nature. So they knew they were going to get applause.
I think they got a little personal. It reminded me of when Fox News did the first Republican debate. They got a little too personal. Like you said, they should be more impartial. But I know, certain networks are, one-sided. But I think that it was just an easy thing for the Republicans to go after the liberal media, which I still don't understand what is the mainstream.
Well, it's the same way Hillary goes after the right-wing conspiracy.
Right.
And it's just an easy thing to do. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I like that they all stepped their game up because last time it was like watching paint dry for me. And they all stepped their game up. They all came to play ball. And they were all telling jokes and doing their thing. It looked like a bunch of comics to me trying to one-up each other. So good for them. They finally got it.
They would have stuck to policy, that's what we wanted to hear.
Well, one classic example talking about fantasy football, I had to applaud Chris Christie. He's like, why are we not talking about the real issues, the economy, ISIS and everything? And I thought the Republicans did a good job on trying to bring back the message of the issues. And
there was an interesting...
Oh,
go ahead.
No, I will say this. It's easy to sit up here and criticize what they do. That is a damn hard job to be a moderator in any debate. And so I do give them credit for doing that. And were they the most prepared? Probably not. It was a tough audience, but I just want to say it's a really hard job. I could never do that job.
Ben Carson was leading in the polls. An interesting moment during last night's debate when he explained his view on homosexuality in response to a question that implied that he was hostile to gays.
It's just pandering to the same people. If you're against if you're against equality, you're against equality. He's obviously against equality. It's just simple as that.
don't agree with that because, and I have to take this, because I take the stance as a Christian. And here's the reality for me. I have a lot of gay friends, so I don't have this issue, and I believe that God loves everyone. But I do understand the principles of Christianity. And I think he made a really bold statement there because he's saying, even though, well, you're feeling very passionate about it because you know you're with your sexuality, and I understand that. But he's saying, even though I have these beliefs, and this is my foundation, I don't believe my beliefs need to impede on you.
What if it crosses?
No, let me hold up.
He's entitled to have his beliefs as a Christian.
What about all the rest of the beliefs? Replace gay with Asian. I don't believe a white and an Asian should marry. That's actually in the Bible. Black and white, left-handed. It's all in the Bible.
But I think he was saying that was his belief.
One person.
No, but I think that he was saying that was his belief. But he's not going to
believe in everything else?
But because he's a Christian, we have to respect.
But if he's a Christian, he should be against Asians marrying whites. He should be against blacks marrying whites.
Listen,
he's
there
not.
are people. Listen, the Ku Klux Klan is against blacks and everything else, right?
Yeah.
They still, to me, have the right to believe what they want. They don't impede on me as long as they're not trying to hurt me. Have whatever.
Let me switch it a little bit.
He's being hypocritical is what I'm saying. He's a hypocrite.
I think he was trying to open himself up. Listen, I'm not a Ben Carson fan, but I think he was trying to open himself up and say, listen, here's the foundation of my belief and what I believe, but I'm not going to let my beliefs stop you from doing what you have to do.
He's not going to get in the way of that because of the law.
But he's still preaching
And he's going to support your rights.
But he's still against equality, which is scary to think a president of the United States could be against equality. That's so stupid.
What about, let's switch it from that to an issue that...
I love you.
I'm just saying the hypocriticalness.
Let me switch it to another issue, which is also a hot button issue, and that's abortion. I know many people who do not support abortion. They're against it because they believe it's the taking of a life. I do not think that they are anti-women for saying that.
Yeah.
I think that that is their conviction, and they hold it very close to their heart. So to me, it's sort of the same thing, because you might say, as somebody who's pro-choice, well, you're stepping on my rights as a woman.
But you're taking away someone's choice and right.
They're not taking away. They're just saying, I don't. But he's not taking it away. He's just saying, I personally don't believe it.
But he's being hypocritical by not including everyone else. If he went out there and said, I don't believe blacks and whites should get married, he would be killed by everyone. But that he's against gays, people are okay with that.
But I think if he said he doesn't want blacks and whites to get married and then say, I'm taking away the right for you to get married, he's saying, this is my belief, but I believe you still have the right to do what you want to do.
I'm just saying he's hypocritical. He can believe in what he wants, but it's hypocritical, and I would hate for the President of the United States to be hypocritical and be against equality. Just crazy.
But you know, even President Obama, exactly. Obama was one of those same people.
Well, yeah, but look, he changed his mind. If Carson evolves, everyone had to evolve. It was just the time. It's what people have to do in politics. They have to play the game. President Obama really was not against that. He just had to say it at the time to get elected.
You don't know that he wasn't against it?
Well, I mean,
he never said I wasn't against it. I think he did.
What I think is more hypocritical is when people say stuff and then they do, like, if you're a preacher and you're saying, I'm doing this, and then you're sleeping with all these women and doing stuff, that's hypocritical. Not saying this is my belief, but I don't believe you can.
Really doesn't care if gays can marry. I don't think he really believes in that. I think he has to say that. He's just appealing to everyone.
You know what upset these candidates more than anything last night? Their green rooms. There was so much bitching because they held this at the University of Colorado Boulder, and everybody had a room assigned to them, and some of the rooms were really nice, and then there's Rand Paul's room. All right, so look at this. This was tweeted by one of his people. This is where the candidates stayed before. On the left-hand side, that's Trump's green room, very nice. On the right is Rand's green room, which is essentially a toilet.
Yeah, I've had that one on the right before.
Carly Fiorina, they showed hers as well. On hers, there's a jacuzzi. Again, Rand Paul with the toilet.
Look at that. Like, who in a dorm room has a jacuzzi?
I think it's a sports facility. It's for,
But the other side of it is, no one is president yet. That's kind of offensive. All of them should have the same room. I mean, some of them, they're not going to have 12 equal green rooms at an event center.
You should get a big, that's why Meredith has a big room, and we do what we do, okay?
You are leading it.
Then where is my damn jacuzzi?